Good morning, Lions, and welcome to our GWCA morning announcements. Today is Monday, February 24th, and I have a few announcements to help prepare us for our week. Today for lunch, we are having beef chili, mixed vegetables, cornbread, applesauce, and milk. Take a look at the menus for the rest of the week. Now here's our affirmation of the day. Repeat after me. I am worthy of all of my heart's desires. Now please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and our student creed.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am somebody. I am somebody. My mind is a pearl. I can learn anything. Red and yellow, black and white. We're all precious. In our sight. If I can believe it, conceive it, do the work, then I can achieve it. Of all the people in the world to be, there's no one I'd rather be than me. I am somebody. I am somebody.
Mark your calendars for these important dates. Starting this Tuesday, all after-school activities will resume. They will be held on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 3 to 5 p.m. This includes tutoring, dance, band, and theater. On Wednesdays, students can dress down for $1. Otherwise, they should be in full uniform. This is a fundraiser for our performing arts program. This Wednesday, our class invention models are due, and we are also having our honors assemblies. Please follow the schedule that was previously sent by Mr. Harris. Friday, we have our middle school karaoke during lunch. It is also a staff dress-down day with a theme of unity and solidarity. And we have our Black History Month program and assemblies. Students, if you auditioned and received one of the roles, please make sure that you're practicing. There will be a rehearsal date to be determined soon. Please stay tuned. And now, a special message from Mrs. Smith.
Good morning, Carver. I am going to be talking about the riots of 1967, Black History Moment in Time. July 1967, the riots happened in Detroit because of racial tensions between black and white people. Black people were fed up and tired of being mistreated. I witnessed the riots firsthand. I saw complete chaos on the streets just from standing on my porch. I heard non-stop gunshots and police and fire sirens all night long. My parents told me we were going to camp out on the floor just to be safe. It was like a war zone, and every business in my neighborhood was destroyed by fire.
Losses due to fire and looting have been estimated at hundreds of millions of dollars, and these estimates may well prove to be conservative.
This is 12th and Claremont, where it all started. Right now it's Thomas Gordon Park, but back then this was a busy area filled with shops and entertainment. People had gathered here at an illegal after-hours nightclub that police called a Blind Pig. They had come here to celebrate the homecoming of 2 soldiers from the Vietnam War. Detroit police raided that bar, called in paddy wagons, and hauled off about 80 people to jail. That's when all hell broke loose.
It was very hard to breathe because the fires were so close to my house and there was so much smoke everywhere. In order to restore order, the Michigan National Guard, the 82nd Airborne, the 101st Army troops were called in to try to restore the order. I saw tanks riding down my street, and they actually passed my house. The tanks were huge. It looked like I could touch it. As the white soldiers were passing by, they were carrying these long guns, and it looked like it was pointed at me. Through my 7-year-old eyes, I will never forget the look they gave me, the white soldier, and my parents as they were passing by my house. Some of the soldiers were walking in front of the tanks, and some were in the front and back. I was so afraid. I could smell it, I felt it, I saw it, I experienced it, and I lived it. The good news for me, my parents stayed calm, and they reassured me that everything was going to be okay as long as we stayed home and followed the rules given by the city officials. The Detroit riots in 1967 lasted 5 days, but it seemed like forever.
The summer of '67 didn't change the world, but it did change Detroit. In the middle of the racial divide, the death, and the damage, Detroiters stepped up to help each other as they had never done before. Everyday people like teachers, cab drivers, housewives, students risked their own lives to protect complete strangers from the violence, the gunfire. They provided food to the paramedics, firefighters, and the many who were left homeless. Despite the anger and the fear, there were people, black and white, who reached out to each other in faith and in hope. Out of the ashes grew a determination to prevent this from ever happening again. Yes, problems remain, but the lesson from '67 is that we can solve them if we work together.
Wow, Mrs. Smith. Living that firsthand definitely gives us a different view of the Detroit riots of 1967. Thank you so much for sharing your story. This week brings Black History Month of 2025 to an end, but I want to encourage you to never stop learning about your history. There have been some exciting things going on around our building. Let's check them out. So I popped into middle school lunch last week. Shout out to Mr. Gregory for always playing the jams. Let's take a look. Y'all ain't gonna sing? I guess this lets us know that you all will be ready for karaoke this week during your lunch period. Hope you have those Motown songs ready. We have a special birthday shout out to Miss Carter, whose birthday is February 13th. If you see her around the building, make sure you wish her a happy belated birthday. Take a look at attendance for the week of February 10th. Before I sign off, the new quote of the week is, "It always seems impossible until it is done," by Nelson Mandela. It's a great day to be a lion. I am Miss Robinson. Now go show your pride of the park.